That's a good one. That's a good one. What up, Ice Ice Baby? What up, Tanj? What up, friends? We about to do the thing. We about to do the thing. That's a good tune. That's Stoop Rock. That's from the album Sequential Art. You can find that down below if you go to my Bandcamp page. That's a good record, man. Maybe the most consistent record I've made so far. It's got like steady vibes, you know. All right, so we're going back to Lollipop Chainsaw. Half indebtedly because I wanna get through it so I can move on to the next Suda game. That last level really left a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, okay, we got to get back to this game, but we're gonna do it, and hopefully the charming nature of the game and characters and funness will meet with some better level design than that last level, because that shit was rough. But let's do it. No more visualizer. No more slideshow. As soon as I can find I gotta like organize my shit better. And we remove the shmoney to say that we will be iconic. Pardon the slight mess in the background. It's not too clean here today. My God. So, our now that we've reached affiliate status, we have some perks and privileges that we did not have before. So our first emote is pending approval. So pretty soon y'all gonna have the shmoney emote. If y'all want to see a preview, I can show you what it's gonna look like. It's pretty stupid. I'll take consensus on that. You can get the preview, or you can wait and be surprised. It makes no difference to me. How about I put the game audio in there? That would help things. Please mind all the yucky red lines on my screen, if you can see them. I don't even know if they're coming across in the transfer. But it is what it is. I got to figure out a different way of using the 360, because it doesn't play nice with my splitter. All right. Getting back to them fucking copyright strikes. Let's do it. Unable to make money on this series on YouTube. Some things you play for love, though. This one is all Suda love all the time. All right, let's go. We are going to right the fun center. I remember this. Let's go. But we got introduced to some new characters at the end of the last mission. One of which being my dad, who looks like Elvis. So I'm hype about that. Let's go. Chillest load music ever, though. So my loose plan for today is I'm gonna do this next level of this game,
I'm worried
grab
about
some
Rosalind.
food, and then come back and put in some time on Dragon Quest.
Excuse me.
Boy, you be careful now about where you're touching my daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We gotta be careful. This Rosalind situation, so she don't get hurt.
So, I guess the two of you haven't been formally introduced.
Oh, I love her dad.
Dad, this is...
Nick, I know. You told me all about it. Failed to mention the, disability.
It's kind of a new thing, sir.
I love the way everybody reacts to her boyfriend
You seem
being
like a fine
headless.
person,
I mean,
but
bodiless.
whatever dude Juliet ends up with is gonna be part of the family business.
That's right.
What are you gonna do? Throw magic stars at chupacabras with your tongue?
Maybe, Dad. Nick's tongue is very limber.
And how do you know that?
She doesn't. She doesn't know that at all, sir.
Shit.
She has no idea if my tongue is limber.
We're here.
How is it? Oh, shit.
What the hell kind of place is
All right, I'm already feeling better about this level.
It's the Fulci Fun Center, Dad, where all the kids from San Romero hang out after school. Look at this.
Otaku cosplay special.
I'll head into the building at the entrance, all right?
Oh, this is great.
Daddy, you go around and sneak in from the back. I'll act as a decoy, drawing all the zombies' attention towards me, while you go up to
So
the
I'm
roof where
considering doing
Rosalind
Killer
should be.
7. Oh, shit.
Juliet, you just made yourself a
that.
decoy.
Dad, what's wrong?
My little girl is a tactical genius. Your mom and me,
so good.
Something for your special day.
My little girl is a technical
Happy birthday,
genius.
baby.
Oh my god. That was
Thanks,
great.
Daddy.
That was so good.
All right, I'm off.
Good luck, sir. You're gonna do awesome, I'm sure of it.
Stop sucking up, son.
That's right.
And don't think I forgot that tongue stuff neither. You best watch what you do with my little girl when you're hiding in the shadows.
Style.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
That's fucking great. Oh my god.
I think he really liked you.
Oh my god.
All
That
right.
was hilarious. All right, come on now. Good level. Not too much shooting. Come on.
Oh, I'm so touched. My mom and dad knew exactly what I wanted.
Nick, shoot!
I can't wait to thank them in person.
Interesting.
I want to play games 24/7.
Oh, and here's your Let It Die precursor. I still don't remember how to pick up the phone. How do I pick up the phone? God damn.
Look at the zombie geek zombieing out killing zombies in video games.
Ugh, I'm never going to pick
If
up the
we
phone
kill
again.
him, it'll be totally meta.
The only thing I think when I see your money picture is it's not very big money of you. First of all, sacrilege. That is not money. That is shmoney. Get it right. And yeah, that's supposed to be. It's meant for comedy. Come on now, stay with it. The irony being that I don't have any money of any kind. That's the joke. That's the joke. But then I guess, you know, how good is the comedy if you have to explain it, right? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're saving friends now. We're saving friends. I feel like I have never played this game before in my life. All right, here we go. There we go. Yes, combos. I remember. Oh, yeah. I had some, like, XX. This guy, and then this guy. Yeah. And this guy over here. Get rid of him. Come back over here. No, none of you. None of you. None of you. Yeah, that's right. We save high school kids. All right, let me get re-familiar with the controls real quick while it's safe. All right, so we got this guy, right, and then this guy. This game feels like a good spin-off to No More Heroes. Yeah, are you like Ice? Did you catch that? I'm trying to do basically all the Suda games. Suda 5-1 is the creator of No More Heroes. So this is another one. I don't know how hands-on he was in the making of this game, besides obviously the vibes and aesthetic. I'm liking it so far. The last level was kind of whack, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, the shooting mechanics are not great, and the last level just was all shooting. But yeah, it definitely feels like a Suda game, and gameplay-wise, the controls feel good. I can see, like, improvements, because I played coming right from No More Heroes to this. It's like, it feels a little bit more refined. But it's interesting. This is one of the ones that he's made that I never played, so it's kind of cool to play a game from a creator I really like blind on the stream. Is kind of interesting. See, look, like, this is so Suda. This is, yeah, this is awesome. Fuck yeah. This is the kind of shit I like. I love, one of the reasons I'm a big fan of his games is that he makes such visually distinct games. And, like, it's never lazy in terms of the visuals are always changing in his games, and there's always, like, new wrinkles. What? A No More Heroes Minecraft mod? That's fucking sick, dude. I want to see what that looks like.
Start.
All right, find all the keys in the maze. Okay. Do you have to jump this? Do you have to? Oh, I have to cut. I see. All right.
I guess the one thing I don't have to worry about is
Hard right.
calloused
We're going
thumbs.
hard right and then up. I don't remember. Do I have a run button? It's not. We're looking for keys. Where are the keys? Can I jump up here? No. Okay. Aha. the end. All right, so we're gonna case. I think I'm debating what to do next. Because I don't think this game is that long, so I think a couple more streams and we'll probably be through it. I'm debating if I should go right to No More Heroes 2 or if I should play something in between. Like, I was thinking Killer 7 might be dope to just give that a go. Oh, God, stay the fuck away from me. Because that's another game. While I've played it a few times, I never owned it when it was out, so I don't have like a super attachment to it, and I've never finished it. So, and that's considered sort of like his masterpiece, you know? So I feel like I should play it all the way through. I tried to get the remaster on Steam, but my computer is not playing nice with it. I have problems sometimes because I run it. Oh God! Never mind. I gotta hold on. Gotta live real quick. Oh boy. Get away from me. Get away from me. Chill, beast.
Intruder alert.
Oh God. Give me that. Yeah. What? Oh, I got the star. I figured it meant I could hit him. I guess not. Okay, keep moving. Oh God. No. Get off me. Get off me. Oh, there's more of them now. That's delicious. Ooh, no. You don't see shit. You don't even know me. We did not go to high school together. You don't know my mom. I will read that comment in just a second when I am a little less dead. Okay, use that. Get up. Okay, I need to get by you. Okay, cool. That was cool. They gave me some iframes. It all depends on... Oh, God. Oh, I missed the star. Fuck. That's my fault. It's totally my fault. All right, we gotta move. It all depends on No More Heroes. Well, it's the next game in the series, right? So it's got similar, basically the same gameplay. It's a little more. No More Heroes 2 is a little more action focused. It doesn't have the open world. It's like more level select thing. You still do the odd jobs and stuff, but it's more level based. It's wackier. That's the way I would describe No More Heroes 2. Like it's more spectacle than the first game. It's got more like crazy shit happening, but it's a little less. I don't like it as much. It's a little less grounded, and it doesn't have as layered a story as the first one does. It's more like zany, crazy shit happening. It's good though. It's good. It's fun. You know, the gameplay of those games is fun in your hands. And Travis is kind of like an enjoyable character. I like him, you know, because he's so fucking stupid.
Next level.
Yeah, No More Heroes 2. I'm going to play it eventually. I want to do... It's all leading up to doing the new one, which just came out like a month ago. Which is very different. It's more of like a hack and slash
Now seems
top-down
like the
game.
perfect time to take a shopping break.
I want to play all his stuff. I want to play... Yeah, but that's... So, basically, by the way you just said that, I'll do something in between before I go back to No More
Time to
Heroes.
shop.
I'll do one more. I'll do, like, either Killer 7 or Killer is Dead, because I really like the visuals in that game. I'm actually playing that game in my free time right now. Let's see. Can we get some clothes? I want to get a different outfit. Let's see. Yeah, we can get one more. All right. Purple Pride. Date night costume. That looks cool. Oh, we can't afford it. All right. So Purple Pride. Nah, I'm going to save for this one. This one looks more interesting. With the jacket, you know what I'm saying? All right. What about, let's see. Any skills? No, 119 is not enough. We're in the 200 minimum. And upgrades. No. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, no, we're one short for the sneakers. That's fine.
Well,
You know, if there's the game you should play soon would be GTA 5 or GTA Online. But that's more of something I would play with Sean. Like, I'm talking about stuff to play solo.
let's do this thing.
Basically, right now, solo, I'm doing these Suda games, and I'm doing Dragon Quest. Sean and I are actually trying to figure out what to play next.
I love shopping.
We're definitely going to do GTA 5 at some point, because we both really like that game. And we actually played that game together as friends. We would just get together and hang out. Like we didn't, and the whole time we were playing it, we were like, Jesus Christ, we should be streaming this game. I didn't have the capabilities at the time, so there's definitely a want to do that game on stream. So we will at some point. It's just figuring out when. There's also talk of going to Red Dead 2.
There it is! There it is!
I think the next thing we're going to do, though, as soon as we finish Spider-Man, is we're going to do Super Mario Brothers 3, because that's like a one-off, or maybe 2 episodes max to beat the whole game. And it's sort of like a palate cleanser. Play something retro. You know, get the old school vibe going. That game, still till this day in my life, I was never... The 2 games I can remember the most in my life as a kid being just like obsessed with, where it was like, Mom, Dad, I gotta have this game, Mom, like, you know, please get this for me, was Super Mario Brothers 3 and Star Fox for SNES. Those games were like all I could think about in the world, and I must have, I can only imagine how it must have been for my parents. Like, all I did was beg. Like, I was like, please, 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 please. I'll get straight A's. I'll be the best child the world has ever produced. Just get me these games. And for Christmas, I remember my uncle Izzy got me Super Mario Brothers 3, and I didn't know. Like I knew my parents didn't get it for me because I had already opened their presents, and I was all bummed out inside. You know, never. Contra, we did Contra already on Game Genie Run. If you go to the YouTube, you can check out the archive. Yeah, so my parent, like, I was never like that kid that was like a shit if I didn't get what I wanted. Once I learned that lesson early on, ooh, you know what? I was gonna say I think I've told this story, but I'm gonna do a quick story time on the stream. So I have cerebral palsy, right? So I used to have to go to when I was a kid, I used to have to go to a lot of doctor meetings and things, and I was constantly in hospitals and stuff and getting, poked and prodded and blah, blah, blah. So I used to get taken out of school a lot. My mom would take me to these doctor's meetings. So this one day in particular, it was like a really rainy-ass day, and they were doing something cool in school. I don't remember, like, I don't know, dissecting a squid or, I don't know. There was some shit going on in school that I wanted to do for, I was like actually excited to go to school that day. And she was like, oh, we got to go to the hospital. And I was like, all right, fine. I was like young and sad. And whenever we would go to the hospital, we would pass this really cool toy shop, right? And this toy shop had this incredible, like, foot-tall Superman doll in the window. And he had like a cloth cape, and the muscle was really textured. Everything. He looked like it looked like Superman. And so every time I would be so like pissed off that I had to go to the oh my god, surgeon simulator. I'll try that at some point. That shit looks like a fucking laugh riot. So I would always be super disappointed, right? So we would walk by the store, and I would see the Superman in the window, and I would be mad that I had to go to the doctor. So I would always like beg my mom to get me the Superman and like throw a huge tantrum, and she'd have to like drag me down the block because I'd be like, I want it, like I was just being a little shithead. And so on this day in particular, there was something cool happening at school, and it was terrible weather. So I was just like despondent. Like I didn't have the fight in me to like try to get the Superman. So we just walked by the toy store, and I could even as a little kid, I could feel that she was expecting me to throw a tantrum, but I didn't. I just like walked next to her calmly, and we went to the appointment. And I was real sad at the appointment, and I was like, I was like listening to the doctor. Oh shit! Hold up, 2 seconds. Gotta answer a work text. Sorry about that. Work. Okay. So yeah. So I went to the doctor's appointment. I'm like, whatever. And we leave, right? So I'm like walking. I'm looking. My head's down. I'm all sad and despondent, and I can't get my head around it. I'm just really upset. I just don't want to be there. I would rather be doing anything else. And I'm in a rock and roll band, and I do this, and I produce other people's recording sessions and things of that nature. It's all creative work. I don't have like a 9 to 5 type of thing. But yeah, so I'm walking. I got my head down. I'm like, this sucks. So I don't realize where we're going, and I look up, and we're in front of the store. And my mom goes inside the store, and she buys me the fucking Superman. And right there, I learned a valuable lesson. On the day that I didn't throw a fucking shit fit and act like a little bitch, my mom hooked me up, and she gave me the tantrum. She gave me the toy because I didn't throw the fucking tantrum. And so from that day on, I never was like a spoiled kid like that. So whatever my parents gave me, whether they got it like 100% right to what I wanted or like, it didn't matter. I was always grateful, and I was always like, appreciative. So the year that Super Mario 3 came out, it was all I could talk about. It was the only thing I wanted, and I really wanted my parents to get it for me, but they didn't. And I was upset, inside. I was like, oh man, I really wanted that game. But, I was cool about it, and I didn't sweat it, and it was all good. So I didn't think I was getting it for that, wrong button. I didn't think I was getting it for that Christmas. And then my uncle walks in the door one day, and he's got it, and he hands it to me. He goes, here, I got you a present. And he hands it to me, and I remember like ripping the wrapping paper and just seeing that bright yellow box and just being like completely overcome. Like I was just like, oh my God, I actually got it. And then, on top of that, then the game is Super Mario Bros. 3, which it goes on to be one of the fucking greatest games ever made. Totally lived up to the hype. Still playing it till this day. Ain't a damn thing changed,
I'm really sorry.
And that was my story of hype. I don't remember why I was telling that story.
Totally gonna friend request you tonight.
I got lost in the story itself. It pertained to something. Hype, being excited, I don't know. Whatever. It's still a good story. The disease of solo streaming is you lose your train of thought constantly.
Let's go.
One thing that's getting fucking tens in this game is the soundtrack. Oh shit, here we go. Cool. See, so he's always had this aesthetic. People bugging out about Travis Strikes Again. It's like, this is elevator action. I was never any good at this game. How do I open them? I don't know what I'm doing. Help me. Help me, Tom Cruise. Okay. Where are we going? I see. I see. Up and down. Got it. Okay. But yeah, so people bugging out about Travis Strikes Again. It's like, yo, did you play Lollipop Chainsaw? Look,
Yes.
This is what he does.
All right, this is all too surreal. If a little dude in a red cap and blue overalls pops out at me, I am seriously gonna vomit all over myself.
This is
Well, while I can see your reasoning, I have two things that help me in that situation. One, as I mentioned, my disability, I do receive a check, not enough to live on, but enough to help to aid in my living situation, because when you're disabled, you get that kind of stuff. So that helps a little, and obviously I have to work my ass off musically to make enough money, but also I don't live alone. So those things, you put all that together, and you get what you need. New York is a crazy expensive town. Some would say too expensive. Some would say unrealistically expensive and cruel, because can't nobody afford to live anywhere. But that's all right. It's also home. I look forward to the day that I can move somewhere else and live somewhere else and experience a different flow. Not that I hate this flow. I don't. I actually really like being from here. But, oh, hey, I keep pressing B because my brain is on Nintendo buttons. All right, nothing over here. Okay, we'll go up here. I was never any good at this game. Elevator action. In the band, we do okay. We're of regional status,
So ashamed of myself.
and we tour, you know, like once a year or so. And we do local shows that we're lucky enough to get paid decently for. But you know, being in a band is interesting because as much money as you can make, like the joke I would always make to my friends who were going the I'm like, wait, sorry, I'm back. My Mexican uncle just came. Why do you I'm like is the fact that he's Mexican, is that a big part of the story? What do you call it? Being in a band is interesting because while you know, like I've always made the joke to my friends, I'm like, hey, I'm the only person I know who can make $500 an hour. You know, like, because if you get paid $500 to play a fucking 1 hour gig, it's like, hey, that's pretty cool, you know. But it costs a lot of money to be in a band. You're constantly spending money, so you know you got gear and you have to keep it working properly. And oh god, not this again. All right. Gotta figure out where to go. Let me focus up for a second. Okay, there's no doors on this floor. Oh, I see. I have to beat these assholes. All right, focus on the button presses. Here we go. Press the button on the screen. V. Oh, I gotta press it again. Dumb fuck. All right, hold on. That was funny. Yes. Wow, this is so Travis Strikes Again. That's crazy. People bugging out about that game. It's like, it's just more Suda. Oh my god. Which, it's great, by the way. I know I've said that a couple times in this series. B, A, X. Oh, that's why. Fuck. I have Switch controls on the brain. It's not my fault. I've been playing an ass load of Tetris 99. Going up. Here we go. Make the jump. Hit the thing, and the thing, and it's gonna be Y. And now we're on the other side. Okay, got it. Perfect. No problem. Nice. And that was like a No More Heroes pop right there. Oh, I see. Just can't do anything there. They won't. Can I jump? Hey, there he is. Hello, Nick. All right.
They say solid colors are slimming. Does my butt look less ginormous when I'm all pink like this?
Your butt never looks ginormous, Juliet.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Got it. I'm gonna say it right now, though. There's way too many of those. I need less of those. There's only so many times I want to press the buttons in a sequence, a predetermined sequence. Oh, God, none of that.
Now this! It's more fun killing zombies when they're in rainbow colors, huh?
It's about the same, maybe a little better.
Can't go up from here. Oh, come on. Oh, that's cool. That was awesome. Yay! All right, much better than the last level. Let's whoop some ass on the stripper pole. Let's whoop some ass. Oh, here we go. Boom, 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 bap, 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 bap. Bap, 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 bap. Get it. Get in there.
For the exercise. Really? Hey, zombies. Put $1 in my skirt and I won't kill you. Just kidding. I'll kill you anyway.
Damn. girl is ruthless. She was without Ruth. Affluent poxy goat pasta. You know, that's what, and one thing I was just thinking about in my head right now as I was pressing these buttons. Growing up with a disability is really interesting because, like, it really played no factor when I was small because I never really thought about it, you know. Nah, we gotta kill you. You gotta go. Like in day-to-day life, I never really thought about it, right? Because it's just like, you don't have context for that you're like different than other people because you really only know, oh yeah, let's do this. Yes. Perfect time for that. Fuck yeah, let's go. We're taking heads now. You don't have any context for like, oh, I'm different than other people because all you know is yourself, right? It wasn't until I got into more like the school age and you start making friends and like you're hanging out and everybody's like climbing fences and shit and you realize like, oh, I can't do some of this stuff, you know? And then it starts to kind of like sink in. But I was never like burdened by it. I'm super lucky in that the form of cerebral palsy that I have is actually basically the most mild you can have, and if I was even a little bit more severe, I would probably need like assistance to live a life, you know. So mine is just really only manifests itself in my physical limitations. So super lucky in that way, and I've always been grateful of that. My best friend, I should say my oldest friend, who is beyond friendship, you know, he's my brother at this point. You'll only hear me refer to him as my brother. He's in a wheelchair, and like his road is infinitely more difficult than mine. And just like I've always had him there, like we've been friends since birth. Our parents were friends before we were even born, and he lives his fucking life, you know. And when you see somebody living that way every day, it keeps you from ever being too down about your own situation. So I've always had a good compass about it. But it's interesting that as I've gotten older and into like adult life, and the expectations that the adult world has for you, you know, where it's like work your 40 hours and do this and do that, and you gotta have this and this and this by this age and all that. Those pressures made me feel the weight of my disability way more than childhood ever did, because I realized that I'm just like a different person and I can't really function the same way most people get by in their lives. I'm just not capable of it. Like, there were periods in my life where I tried to do the straight and narrow thing and like work a 9 to 5, and like it was so draining to me. God, I'm getting my ass kicked. It was so draining to me physically that I couldn't do much else with my life but go to work. And that was when I realized, like, I'm not wired this way. I don't think I can survive like this long term. Like, I don't think I'm gonna have much of a life if I have to be this person. So that was kind of what helped me commit to just doing whatever it takes to be a full-time musician, because that was something that I always showed an aptitude for. Songwriting always came naturally to me, and it was like, okay, I can do this, so let me put my focus into this, because at least with this I feel capable and not like I'm drowning in life, you know? So that was the like major motivating factor in me deciding to do it. And you know, here I am all these years later, and like, while I'm not, you know, national, I am living a fun life that is centered around creativity, and that feels good. So, as I've said, I think a million times on this channel, my takeaway that I would give to anybody is, like, if you're passionate about something and you really believe you can do it, just put your time and energy into it, and you'll find your place in that world, you know? And like, pay no attention to like the multitude of people who are going to tell you what you're doing is stupid and like not worth your time. I mean, this is a perfect example.
What should I get?
I officially have a Twitch channel that it could be a source of secondary income.
That's it.
It's not exactly something that somebody would tell you to pursue. I just really like playing video games. I've been passionate about video games my whole life. And I felt like it would be just another avenue for my personality to be promoted, which promotes my music and what I'm doing. And like, there we go. We've achieved the next step in the channel's evolution. You know what I mean? You just gotta like go for the shit you want and just not really listen to people who are gonna like throw cold water on your ambitions. Because a lot of people do that because they didn't try, you know? They settled or had to settle. It's not always a weakness thing. Some people just have situations in their life that pop up. Like, say, for example, if I had a kid, it would very much change the way I would have to make money, right? I'd be like, okay, I need more money than I'm making right now, and I need a different environment for the kids to live in, and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, you got to make decisions, you know? So while you can pursue your goals and ambitions, while you don't have anchors that make you change your life, I'm going to lower the game volume a little bit. I feel like I'm shouting over it. While you don't have anchors that are making you have to make decisions in your life, fucking recklessly pursue your ambitions, because that's the time you're going to get to do that. You know? Once the real heavy shit shows up, you'll have less and less time. So go for shit, man. Live a life that you're happy to be living. Shit. I got caught up reading your comment. I started getting my ass whipped. Ah! Fuck, hold on. Hold on, gotta recover. I'll read that in a second. Hold on. Taking heads, taking heads, taking heads and taking heads. There we go. Got it. Okay, what was that? Let's see. Want to know what I tell people that say that doing something I do is a waste of time? I tell them that time is a waste of time. Did you know that nighttime takes up half of all time, but we all still sleep so hot? Ice, I love you. That is brilliant on so many levels. I love you. Do you know that we invented linear time? It's not actually a thing. Linear time, we just started recording time one day, and so we decided this is a year, and this is a month, and this is a day, and every time that bright ball of fire goes around, it's a day. You know what I mean? Like, we just did this whole thing, and like, we just made it up. There's no actual basis to any of it. Like, there's no timetable in life. Life is you get the time that you get, because literally you can live to be 100 years old, or you can walk outside and get hit by a truck tomorrow. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just your life is gonna be what your life is gonna be, and all you can do is put your whole self into everything you do, and that's it, man. Like, fuck it. I'm not too concerned with trying to tell other people how they should live or what they should do, man. I think as long as your ambition isn't hurting other people, you're cool in my book. You know?
We're going down a tunnel. Oh no! I see Satan!
Wait, don't make me leave this zone. Shoot now. Okay. Don't make me leave the zone. I want to buy an outfit. Yeah. Get that paper, boo-boo.
Time to shop.
Threads. Okay, I want to get this date night costume. Oh, wait, I thought I had more. I thought I picked up more silver. Oh, I guess not. Huh. Okay. Can we get any more health upgrades? 130 for... Yeah, okay, I'll take that. Let's do it.
I found something.
Cool. All right, how much is a lolly? 30?
Check this
Buy one,
out.
two. There we go.
Let's go.
That's my first lollipop purchase of the whole game. should have believed in Suda the whole time. This level was so much better than the last one. I don't know why I ever doubted my homeboy.
Are you ready? Start. Jeez, we have to make it to the top without running into anything.
I hope those dudes
God.
below aren't looking at my pink butt.
If we fall, we're screwed.
We're just gonna have to keep
Okay,
going up.
okay, I got this. Ooh, ooh, I didn't see that. Oh my God. Oh, this song is great. Oh, I have a shoe stick. Nice. What the fuck? Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off, all of you.
Aw, man.
What? That was bullshit. Aw. Guess I had to avoid that. I felt a little gypped by that. I thought I had it. I thought I could clear it when it went down.
Jeez, we have to make it to the top without running into anything.
I hope those dudes below
Oh,
aren't looking
dude,
at
don't
my
listen to
pink butt.
any of those people. Video games are a waste of time. That's fucking relics of an old generation who don't understand the new thing. That isn't even the new thing anymore. Oh,
no.
crap. Oh, fuck. That was my fault. All right, hold on. I really want to continue my rant on people that say that video games are a waste of time, but I shouldn't. Dude, this is a safe space. You say whatever you want here, homie. Don't you worry about that. Again, as long as you're not being mean to people, you know, as long as you're being cool to the people who hang out here, say whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, man, I'm with you there. I've been facing that my whole life
I hope
because,
those dudes below aren't looking
you
at
know,
my pink butt.
living my life as an artist, right? I treat video games the way I would any other art form because that's what it is. It's a fucking art form, man. This is people's creativity on display. It's not something to be disrespected or, you know, pushed aside because like most people of a certain age and older consider video gaming to be like playing with toys. And it's like, motherfucker, it's not a toy. It's a piece of art. You know, like, but that's the thing is like oh, come on. All right, I gotta focus on this. One more small rant, and then I'll focus. That's the thing. Like, we as gamers understand the complexities and the things that we get out of playing a video game. A person who has no time for it, or who has more accurately never given it time, doesn't understand. But this is not the first time in history that people have had to fight this fight for art. People used to trash movies. In the beginning, movies were not considered high art. Now we all agree that movies are art. They had to do this with fucking books. You know what I mean? So there's always the fight. The creative mind is always fighting against people who aren't wired that way, because usually the people who aren't creatively wired are wired to make a lot of money and control things. So they want to control things, and then, you know, and they want to talk about art and poo-poo people who enjoy that shit and live that shit. And it sucks, but it's just the way of the world. Everything is a balance, you know? And like, unfortunately, oh God. Unfortunately, it's just something you kind of always have to deal with. People just being ignorant and shitty, you know? And you know, I'm passionate about video games and art and that kind of stuff, so that's where I focus my attention on it. But that's happening all over the world for any number of things, you know what I mean? Lots of people are suffering through that. And that's happening. People just, you know, I not to be too political or too religious, because I don't care enough to, like, you know, push people's buttons about it. But I've always, like, made this joke where I'm like, hey, isn't it crazy that of all the, like, thousands of millions of gods that have ever existed, you picked the exact right one? That's fucking crazy, dude. Amazing that you did that. You know, and like that's my joke about shit like that. It's like, there's different cultures and different lives and different people live in different ways everywhere in the world. And if we were just a little bit more respectful to each other and understand that, like, our thing is not the only thing that exists, people would behave that way less, and you get a better world where, like, we just took more time to understand each other instead of shitting on whatever isn't our thing, you know? But I guess, you know, it's a big dream to think we'll get there one day, but I still think we will. Even now, I still have high hopes for humanity overall. I feel like we'll get it together eventually and fucking do a better job than we've been doing. Go. Okay, what the fuck do I do now? Hustle. Is that a win? Did I win? Let me win, please. Please let me win.
You win!
Thank Christ. That was fun, but it was going to get a little long in the tooth if I had to keep doing it. Like only one of those each. No repeats. No repeats. Chillest mid-level music ever.
We're here, on the roof of the building. Where's my sister?
Okay. Can't jump over that. Anything over here? Let's see. Looking for lollies. Looking for lollies in all the wrong places. I don't think I even have any money, really. No.
I wonder what they have.
So you
Let's
want-
go.
Okay, go here. Let's go over here. What the hell? Can I like cut this with my chainsaw? No. Yeah, you got money. I want that. I want that money. How do I get it? Oh, I see. Yes, of course. This thing. Dude. Start pressing it too early. Believe. There we go. Well, fucking. Oh, god damn it. Pressed all the wrong buttons. Pressed every wrong button. How did I get a perfect on that? How is that even possible? I don't remember how to pick up the phone. Sorry. I bet I'm missing all kind of cool text. Like, there's probably like great dialogue happening in those moments, but I don't remember the button to pick up the phone.
That's where we need to go, Juliet.
Awesome!
Hold on, anything over there? Wait. Is the tent where we need to go? Because this is looking very much like where we need to go. Huh. Fuck it. Oh, this went back to the beginning. Oh, I see. That's if you want to go to the store. Okay, that's fine.
Wow! Whoops! Lame. Super wow! Totally awesome!
Okay. Where were we? In the tent. Boss fight? Let's do it.
Rosalind, where are you?
Are we at the end of the level? What do you think? Uptime's about an hour, so yeah, it could be. Wow, what a difference a stream makes. Enjoyed this level immensely. Alright, so if this game ends up having one level that really annoyed me, that's fine. Oh, look at this boy. I love him.
You're the one from the phone. Give me back my sister.
What's the matter, baby? Didn't you like our phone SEXXX? That's a pity.
Let me think. Dude, give us Rosalind now. And quit making fun of Stephen Hawking. He's a great man, you perv.
Nice.
I'm the pervert? You the one with a head hanging from your hip. I already told you, girlie. If you want to win your sister back, you have to play the game.
This is fantastic.
Oh, baby, time to get the fuck out.
Funk Zombie. Incredible.
Chainsaw blast.
Yeah, this screams of Chainsaw Blaster.
I'm stealing.
I don't want all the boss fights to turn into shooty fights, though. Just fuck that.
Chainsaw blast.
Shoot the girls. Ha.
Chainsaw blaster. Chainsaw blaster.
Yep.
Blaster.
Okay, hold up. I don't know your gimmicks yet.
Chainsaw blaster.
Okay, now I gotta chase him up, I'm assuming. Let's go. Oh, shit. What am I supposed to do? Get bullets. Am I supposed to be locked onto him, maybe? How do I lock on? Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, fuck. I was just trying to find the lock-on button. There it is. Come on, homie. I think I'm stupid. I think I'm just supposed to be shooting him up there. All right. I really don't want all the boss fights left in the game to be shoot fights. Like it said. Okay. All right. Let's go. He's like fuzzy. Get over there. Oh, fuck. Is there a run button? I don't remember. Alright, I mean, I'm taking his health down.
Let's get freaky.
I don't like that.
Identified fucking object.
Got him. Okay, back up the steps. It's telling me to chainsaw. Get up. Get over there. Get him. There we go. Two hits in there.
Let's get freaky.
You. There we go. Left stick. Let's go. Get him. Phase 2. I expect a phase 2. Alright, let's see. I always tell people that say I never socialize. When I play video games, I'm socializing with 500 million people. They say it's not the same. Yeah. Oh, man. Dude, absolutely. You're 100 on that. Nah, you're good, man. The chat's fine. Yeah, exactly. Well, seriously, what are we doing right now? We're all hanging out together in our own environment where we feel comfortable, but we are totally chatting and communicating with one another and enjoying each other's company. You know what I mean? Like, anybody who can't see that is just being closed-minded. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Oh, okay. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. And I'm out of bullets, too. Fuck. Okay, hold up. Do I have to hit? Oh, maybe I have to hit. Can I take the lock off? Do I have to hit these towers? What do I do? Oh, get up. Let's see. Yes. Aha. Okay, but they like rev out on me. So.
We have to destroy the barriers, quick.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Hold on. For safety. Bullets would really help me right now. Alright, there we go. Oh, I know exactly what to use. This shit. Yeah, let's go. I'm trying, but I thought that was perfect and it didn't really do much. Alright. Okay, hold on. Get up. I gotta pay more attention to the red line. Get up. Oh, I'm pressing fucking A instead of B. Alright, you're done. Okay, focus. Focus on the red line. I'm working on it, homie. Okay, we got that. Okay, let's go. Okay. Oh, hit me there. Off. Got it. Okay. Oh, there's still one more. Fuck. Alright, use the lolly. Be safe. Go away. What? Get it. Oh, get me back away in time. Get up. 1, 2. Back away. Alright, cool. 1, 2. Oh, fuck you, homie. Fuck. Get up. 2 more hits. Alright, got all of them? Yes. Now come here. Yeah, fuck. That's right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Got him. That was a cool fight. A little too shooty for my taste. I hope the last boss at least is like an action fucking throwdown, you know?
Kill me? You never see your sister.
Damn, homie.
No!
She's in the bottom of the spaceship. Yeah, I see that. That was cool.
Promised you'd give her back if we won. You trusted what I said? I'm a mother freaking zombie.
He's got a point.
Got the chainsaw now, ho.
Nope, my pops is gonna come in and do the damage. Yep,
Hey, baby. Phone me.
yep.
Go ahead, Juliet.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Called that shit. That was awesome. All right, this game.
Looks like you're out of coins, weird voice guy.
Not her best line. Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, Juliet. Oh, and the lolly and the wink. Psh, pimpin'.
May you speak to Red Gate Mario.
Nice. You know what?
Okay.
That was my
then.
favorite level so far. So there you go. Keeping that C average.
Excellent.
Oh, I got a B. What? If I didn't die on those fucking on that stupid thing 3 times, I probably would have got an A in this level. Hell yeah. Nice. I don't really want MP3s, but hell yeah, we did it. Cool. Fucking A. Alright, cool. Dope. That was good. Alright, I want to read Ice's comment before I step out. I bet if we had Minecraft when Abraham Lincoln was president, there would have not been a need for civil war because instead of enslaving people, we would have been protecting people from getting sniped across the map with a huge arrow. Oh my god, yeah. Well, there you go. Exactly. You know what? The sentiment of what you said there, I would like to take and apply that to everything. Like if we just stopped shitting on each other, we could get down to the business of enjoying each other and like what each culture is about and what each type of person is about. And next thing you know, instead of being afraid of every other human that isn't us, we'd be going, oh, that's just my boy. I could go hang out with him. That's really not that bad, you know? Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, the fact that we ended up here on Twitch, it speaks for itself, man. Like, we all have different ways of communicating, different ways of expressing ourselves, and different ways of feeling understood, you know? And for some of us, this is a safer space. Like, I have a lot of anxiety problems, and social anxiety is a big one. I'm not good in gatherings. I often cancel plans. I like mostly to be in my space or in the spaces that I trust with people, with small groups of people I really care about. Like my favorite way to hang out with someone is one-on-one always, you know? So and people don't believe that because they're like, oh, you get on stage and you perform. I'm like, it's different. There's a separation there. I'm on the stage. I'm performing art. There are no people where I'm performing, you know, even if the room is crowded. So I totally understand that. Like, it's just another form of human expression and connection, and you can't get too down about trying to convince everybody or like just being misunderstood. Just know like there's people out there who do understand you and also live the same type of lifestyle, you know? Any lifestyle that there is out there, there's more than one person living it, you know what I mean? And we're all a good example of that here. And I know for me, I've withdrawn a lot socially, and it's funny that in a lot of ways, doing this Twitch channel has kind of like reopened me up to talking to strangers and people I don't know and people from different places, and it's like a safe way for me to communicate with the outside world, because what I see when I go outside isn't really my favorite thing ever right now, you know? So it's even a blessing in that way, you know? So it's cool. That's why I'm here doing it and putting more time into it and having a good time. doing it. So, Ice, thank you for hanging out today, man. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go get some food in me and like do human stuff for a little while, and then I'll come back and do some Dragon Quest. Until that time, be good to each other, do good things, do them big, do them well. Get that money and put it in your pocket.